Hello and welcome to NUR 423 Global Health at Wilmington University. I'm Dr. Stella Barber and I'm going to be instructor for this block and hopefully next block. I just wanted to create a little video to go over the syllabus and show you some things in Blackboard, although I'm sure you're a pro at Blackboard. I just wanted to go over a couple of things. So let me just take a minute and share my screen and we'll bring up the syllabus. So please be aware that with this course there is mandatory documentation. You need to have your current and unencumbered active RN license on file. If you have any issues with this, please let me know. I can get you to the right person that can help you out with this. I have no access to this system that they use, so we would have to go through another person, but just let me know if you have any problems with that. Coming down to the syllabus, you can see these are all our prerequisites. It's so exciting to see that all of these are done, and these are your hopefully last two classes before you graduate with your BSN in August, which is very exciting. Again, this is my name. Here's my email address. I am located in New Jersey, so if you absolutely need to meet me face to face, we can set up a time and a date by appointment only, but online is best method for contact, and I typically check my email 2 to 3 times a day, so hopefully there won't be any issues. This is your course description. It focuses on the healthcare needs of aggregates in local, national, and international communities. And we're really looking at primary, secondary, and tertiary prevention. This is really about looking at global health and seeing how we can make it better. So we know that in our country, we are fortunate. We do have access to healthcare pretty readily. Although there are some communities that you will find they don't have as much access as others. Looking globally, though, we're pretty fortunate here in the States. So we're really looking at prevention, as I said, and we're looking at community health nursing roles. So there's many areas that nurses can go into, especially when you talk about community. There's education and advocacy. It's really, nursing is a really great profession, which but it really, you have such diversity among the profession. You can really do a lot with it. And again, just wanted to put that statement in there that you need to have a current and active license on file. Here are your course objectives. I'm not going to read them to you. You can read them yourself. There are discussion boards. There is a group project. I will put you in your groups. I will do that this first week. There are videos that you can watch. There's readings, and there's some PowerPoints throughout the course that will help you with your learning. The rubrics are all loaded into Blackboard, and I encourage you to follow the rubrics as best as you can. That's really what I am looking at when I'm grading your assignments. So if you're struggling with how to start, or you're not really sure what the assignment's asking, go to the rubric, because that's really going to give you exactly what I'm looking for. This student seminar that's worth 30%, that covers or meets objectives 1 through 5. This is the group project that you're going to be working on. As I said, I will create your groups. There is a group link, so you can do a discussion board, file exchange, what have you. Everything is there. And then you will also review each other's projects. So there will be, you'll look at the other groups' presentations, and you'll comment and you'll give them feedback. The migrant and environmental case study. This is it's a document that you're going to fill in. It gives you a little case study of some migrant workers and an environmental health issue, and there's questions there that you'll need to fill in and answer after you've done the appropriate research. There is a review of literature. The review of literature is 30%, and this is what I'm basing the outcomes of this particular course on, so there's nothing that I can change in this assignment. I typically don't change the assignments anyway because they're well developed. However, this term paper, you're doing this in 423, but I want you to pick a topic that you're going to use in NUR 433, which is the practicum part of the global health course. So for example, if some of the things that I've had students do, I recently had a student volunteer at a food bank. So her review of literature was on food insecurity in the community. I had another gentleman, he wanted to increase health literacy in the community, so he volunteered at a local library, and he did health promotion activities throughout his experience in 433. So those are just some examples. I recommend that you start looking for your community learning experience for 433 now so that you can get all of the necessary paperwork done. I will say, do not look into Planned Parenthood. I have had nothing but bad outcomes from Planned Parenthood, and by bad outcomes, I mean the students are gung-ho and told that they can come, and then the contact never happens, and the students are fumbling at the last minute and changing their site. So I just would recommend you stay away from Planned Parenthood. Homeless worksheet. The homeless worksheet is, it's an assignment that looks at homelessness not only in your community, but also globally. It looks to what challenges this population faces and what we could potentially do to solve the problem. And then there's a community assessment project. And then, of course, you get participation for, doing your discussion boards and getting involved with your classmates. You need to have a C- or better to pass this course. This is our course outline and schedule. You can see I've put your weeks here in red. We have the starting date of Monday, May 13th to Sunday, May 19th, and you can see it goes over your topics and what is due. So this week we have the nursing theory discussion board. And on your rubric, I believe it says for the full points you have to respond to 5 people, but you may want to look to that rubric to make sure that you have the correct number of responses. All right, and this is all the things that you need to read. And then week 2, we start looking to your community learning experience choice. As I said, you want to get this done as soon as you can. Your group, you'll come up with a seminar topic and you'll submit that to me for my approval. And then you also have an annotated bibliography. An annotated bibliography is a list and a summary of the articles that you're going to be using towards your review of literature. So you might want to start thinking about your review of literature topic sooner rather than later, so you can get this annotated bibliography to me. Remember, it is going to be in APA format, and you also do not want to include things like Wikipedia. You want to make sure that you have sound educational resources. Week 3 is when the homelessness exercise is due. Week 4 is your discussion board on fair trade. Week 5 is when your community learning experience agreement form is due. This is the form that's going to say the experience where you're going for 433 is actually going to let you come. Your group is going to post to the discussion board, and you're going to review each other's projects. And then you're also going to do the migrant environmental health case study that same week. Week 6, your review of literature is due with it is being turned in through SafeAssign, and then the end of course idea survey is there. And then you have your community assessment exercise due in week 7. And then let me just switch over to here. This is, I'm in the Start Here folder. This goes over the course again. This is readings and activities. I'll post this video here. This just gives you a little bit of an idea of what's going on. And this is the link for your introductory discussion board. And then week by week, you know this, all of this information is here, activities and assignments, and it goes through everything that you need to read, any handouts, any resources that we have, your links to your discussion board, and your review of literature is here in week 1. This is all the information. You can see the rubric is there, the template's there, guidelines are there. You want to start early because you want to make sure that you get it done. Typically in summer courses, you know, things happen. People, you know, go on vacation and kids are finishing school, so you want to make sure that you use your time wisely. This is the annotated bibliography. As I said, it's just a summary of the information you're going to be using in your review of literature. So you want to make sure that you look to get things that are peer-reviewed, and like I said, you're not using Wikipedia. You're using things that information that is current and is educationally sound. And then this is where you're going to put your review of literature topic so that I may approve it. And then this is your group seminar project. It's due in week 5, but this goes through everything. This talks about Bloom's taxonomy action verbs, because when you're writing objectives, you're making sure that they are measurable and that they have behavioral objectives, and they only have one behavioral verb, in each objective. And it also gives you the rubric as well. For this group seminar project, when you record the video, whether you do a video or a voice over PowerPoint, when you switch voices, if you could just identify yourself. So for example, if I'm doing slides 1 through 3 and Sally Smith is doing 4 through 6, on slide 1, I'm going to say, hi, this is Stella Barber, and you're going to go into things. And then the next, when Sally Smith comes on, she's going to say, hi, this is Sally, and she's going to go into hers. This way here, I can get an idea of who is speaking. And then this is where you're going to review each other. And the community learning guidelines. This is where you're going to find all the information for NUR 433, the community learning experience. As I said, stay away from Planned Parenthood because it's going to be nothing but heartache. This is not, you're not going to be working in the role of an RN in this experience. You are going to be volunteering. You're going to volunteer for 20 hours. It's going to be 4 weeks over 5 weeks. So it's 4 hours for 5 weeks, 20 hours. But you're not going to be in the role of a nurse. So for example, you can't volunteer at a school and hang out with the school nurse all day. You can't do that. You need to volunteer in a different type of setting. And then the community assessment application document is right here for you to fill that out as well. And then down here at the bottom gives you everything that you need to do. You can see that week 5 and 6 are really your heavy weeks. So if you can get a jump on things, you know, here in week 1, 2, and 3, that would be great. And let me flip back over. So that's a brief overview. I apologize for the text messages up in the beginning. No matter how I try to turn them off, they never do. But if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. As I said, I check my email 2 to 3 times a day, but I will let you know that from May 19th to the 26th, I will be away. I will have access to a computer. I just may not get back to you as quickly as I typically do. If at any point you have any questions, please email me and I will get back to you. Looking forward to working with you in the next 7 weeks. Take care.